listening to Plus Size Divas with Deanna and Carmen, only on LA Talk Radio.
Hello, every beautiful, worthy, unique body out there. Welcome back to our show, The Plus Size Divas. I am Carmen Renee, a.k.a. Eat the Cake Too.
I am Deanna at Deanna Bomb Chica, and together
we are
the Plus Size Divas.
We are so happy to have you with us once again. You already know where to find us, but just in case, we are on Twitter and Instagram at 2 Plus Size Divas. We are also on Facebook at The Plus Size Divas. And YouTube, the Plus Size Divas. You guys, make sure you're following us, supporting us, and supporting our amazing sponsor this week.
Yes, our amazing sponsor this week, in case you haven't seen all of our posts, is Felicia of Marie Antoinette Lash and Nails. And she did our nails, and they're holding up lovely. I get compliments all the time. She does the full-out bling. Please hit her up, 831-998-2234. Follow us. She's everywhere on our Instagram and Twitter.
Go show her some love.
Show her love.
If you don't want your nails done right now, go show her some love. Follow her. Shoot her a message.
She's amazing.
Remember that we need our sponsors. We need you to support our sponsors. Without them, we're not here.
FYI, we're looking for sponsors for September. So what up, y'all?
Yes, please.
100,000 reach. Easy.
Yes,
just
DM
between
us
me and
or email us.
Just between us.
PlusSizeDivas@gmail.com.
Do it. Okay, so.
Oh my gosh. First of all, before we go further, somebody better call in tonight.
Really?
You're going to die at our guest. And if you want to talk to him or us, which you should, 818-570-5085. Please call in.
Because you're going to gag. Because you don't even understand who we have. Let me just tell you, if you're not fangirling right now, I don't even know who you are. So tonight, not only do we have singer, songwriter, talent, performer extraordinaire, he's also my alum, Berkeley alum.
Woo! Hey,
whoop, whoop. We have Mario Jose, ladies and gentlemen.
Hi.
Look how cute you are.
Oh my, look how gorgeous you two are.
We love you. And FYI to all future guests, he brought Starbucks. Hello.
How can you not?
I love
do anything in life without Starbucks?
And you're amazing.
Starbucks, if you're looking to sponsor a show, this is the one.
Hi, Starbucks. How you doing? And you can even call us the Grandes. You can, instead of Grande, you can just be like the Plus Size Diva size.
I think it's more like venti, but...
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I feel like a Trenta sometimes.
Okay, we're Trenta, bitch. All right, anyway.
Mario, it's so nice to meet you, and it's so nice to have you here with us.
Oh, it's so nice to meet you both. And I watched the episode with Shoshana, and I was like, these are my people, so it's an honor to be here.
Divas watching divas. I love it. I love it. I love it. Mario, we're excited. We're going to play it a little later in our show, but Mario just debuted a new single called You Were the One.
Yes.
Can you very quickly just tell people where they can follow you, how they can download your music? Hit them with the goodness.
So all of my social media is at Hey, it's Mario Jose, because apparently there's like a famous soccer player named Mario Jose, and I'll never get the handle.
Okay.
But you're certified, so you're good.
Oh, thank you. At Hey, it's Mario Jose on Twitter and Instagram, and Facebook is Mario Jose Music. Website is mariojosemusic.com. And just released the new single, and it's just been such a fun journey.
And your amazing music video, by the way.
Thank you.
Like, I saw it got written up in Billboard.
Yes, it was awesome. They've been so supportive and sweet, so I'm very, very happy.
And we're going to talk all about that. We have a couple of segments to get to, but I want to get back to that because you are so many things. You are a plus-size male. Mm-hmm. You are a gay male.
Yes.
A lot of people out there might be like, wow, okay, he's got a full cup there he's working with.
Right.
And we're going to talk about all of that. We're going to talk about all of it and just your experiences and who's supporting you, who's not, whatever. Again, hopefully it's everybody because your voice is off the charts.
Oh,
just
thank you.
Amazing. Just want all successes for you. But really quickly, and we'll segue into this because it's I'm assuming she influenced you like it influenced me, but it's time for our segment Gossip, which is like what's going on in Hollywood or the world or whatever. And sadly, my heart stopped a little yesterday because I was literally parking my car and the lady on the radio played Pink Cadillac by Aretha and was like, prayers to Aretha Franklin and her family. And I was like, wait, what? And like, you know, she is ailing and looks like she does not have long to go. And just, man, I just kind of feel like, you know, just send a prayer up. I mean, we all have to go at some point. It's what it is. It's the cycle of life. At the same time, I just feel like, holy shit, we're losing our greats. And that's why we need people like you and Shoshana and people like that to kind of come up and be the great voices for people coming up behind us, because my greats are leaving us. And, you know, I'm a little bit older than you and just, you know, I still got Patty and I still got Stevie, but man, it's looking bleak. You know what I mean?
I completely understand.
But just prayers to Aretha, and just, you know, we understand she has to go, but let her go peacefully. And she's just been such an influence on my life.
Extremely. I think if you're a vocalist, you have sung an Aretha Franklin song, boy or girl. And if there's a group of influential voices, she would be in the top 5.
Yeah.
I mean, she and her consistence through the years.
Right.
When it was I think it was last year or the year before, but very, very recently when she sang Natural Woman at the Kennedy Honors.
Oh my
it was
gosh.
still flawless.
No.
And I mean,
Like
even other divas that are not as old as her can't hold a candle.
Yeah.
Like,
How about stepping in 11th hour on Nessun Dorma for Pavarotti? I mean, give me a break. Like, what?
It was unbelievable.
Like, we don't have anybody to do this. He can't do it. And she was like, I got it. And it was like, wait, really? Nessun Dorma? Okay, go ahead. Like, go ahead. Just an aria. Have a good time.
Yeah.
I mean, crazy.
And
but
she killed it.
She killed it. But
I did see something today that she is back at home and she's like stable.
Really? Because I thought that was hospice.
Oh,
They
that's
moved her to be with her family. I don't know. There's so many things in the air. Regardless, man, I hope she has another freaking 10 years in her.
Yeah.
But if she doesn't, just, you know, send something good up for
Absolutely.
Aretha. Because that, whenever it happens, will be an enormous loss to
Yeah.
the music community and the whole world, you know?
There's been so many in the past, like even like 3 years, I feel like.
Oh, it's devastating. And George, when we lost George, I was like, okay, wait, that wasn't supposed to happen. Prince, don't even get me started. That wasn't supposed to happen.
It was Tom Petty right after that.
Yep.
I forget, but yeah, it's like the music that moves you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We talk about, I'm such a fan of music, period, and we have a lot of great artists, but the artists that like move you and you know, inflict emotion.
totally.
It's just, I feel like it's getting fewer and fewer.
And let's point else out. That's where we went dead there for a second. But let's point something else out. Aretha consistently
Yeah.
was a plus size diva her entire career. And you know why? Because I think that she emerged when talent mattered. And that talent never wavered and it never went anywhere.
Never faltered.
And it was never about her weight. It was never about how she looked. It was never about that. And I got to say that for me growing up, she was always the person consistent in my mind of like, well, if she can be plus size and be a badass singer and do it, then I can do it. And she kind of gave me that faith.
100%.
And, you know, so just that, like when talent really mattered, there was always Aretha as a symbol to me anyway, of like, well, you know, you don't have to be a size 0, you know?
100%.
And I don't think, I have to tell you, I don't even know if a size 0 could contain that huge voice.
No, I mean.
I think it had to go with the body kind of, you know what I mean? It was like, no, where God was like, I'm going to give you some substantial, you know, some substantialness here because the voice is it's too big.
Yeah.
But anyway, again, prayers up to her.
Definitely.
Yes.
And we're going to go right over to Be Positive, which is her little segment, which is inspiration.
And this is, you know, not so much inspiration, just like truth today. We spoke a little bit before, like it's so important for us to have you here as a male voice.
Yep.
So today my quote is, that I found, it says, it's just as hard to be Ken as it is to be Barbie. And I really love that.
I love
What?
that.
Go ahead with these little inspirational moments.
I just think,
Let's talk about it.
well, I like one of my good friends, we spoke this weekend, and he's like, I really want to see, you know, Carmen, like you doing more and having more of a voice for males.
Yeah.
And I think that, you know, it's become kind of acceptable for women to talk about their bodies and to be vulnerable and and we've created a safe space for that.
Yeah.
But we still haven't created that space for men. And I've said probably every single episode that we've had, so I hate to repeat myself, but it's not a plus size issue. It's not a women's issue. It's a everybody issue. It's a body issue. So I'm so happy to have these conversations.
Yep.
Oh, I'm happy to talk about them. I think what it is, it's not that it hasn't been a thing. Like, I mean, like, there's always been big guys, but I think it hasn't been like, I feel like it's been more acceptable over the years for guys to just be a bigger guy and like, and
you're manly, you're burly man.
exactly
Yeah, different.
And then, but I think coming from a guy's perspective that is a bigger guy, it does limit your fashion options. And so when that wave of plus size for women, like there were like, I mean, my mom is a plus size woman as well, and I would go with her to Lane Bryant, and they'd have like cute, like nice looking clothes, and then everything for guys was always really boxy.
Yeah.
And just I was like, oh, like I mean, I wish there was something that could be a little more tailored to bigger guys, and I think that there's a lot of great companies that are coming forward that I'm starting to kind of do a little more research about and on.
Who are you loving right now? Like, where's your go-to if you need like the outfit to perform in or something? Where are you going?
ASOS.
Oh,
They
my
have
gosh,
ASOS
yes.
Plus for guys.
Their entire line, men and women, is like a fire.
Yeah, it's
Really?
great.
Shout out.
Yeah, and then there's two other shops that I've always been. I love how it fits and how everything. My favorite fit of jeans is Gap jeans.
Wow.
They fit. They can they're like a skinnier leg, but like have bigger waist sizes.
Nice.
And then there's like a plus size men's shop that has like cute button ups and stuff that's not so like you look like you're an old golfer. Like I mean that is really kind of just the vibe when you get into bigger size clothes for guys.
Right.
So and I've always really tried to dress well because I've always been a big boy. Like and even if I lost all the weight that put me in the overweight category, I would still be a big guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
So just getting stuff that fits my body right is a challenge, but I think it really is heading in the right direction. I think there's like brawn models like Zach Miko that is like on, and he's crossing over to like Express, so more mainstream or more popular styles that are for every body size, which is really cool.
He's like the Ashley Stewart.
Ashley Graham.
I love Ashley Stewart too.
Yeah, Ashley Stewart, Ashley Graham, right?
Ashley Graham of male modeling.
I totally
because
agree.
he's still a very, he still has a very socially acceptable body, but it's still a step. You know what I mean? I'm not
100%.
diminishing that. I think it's great to see. But I want to just briefly get back to what you were saying, because I think that it has always been pretty acceptable for guys to be bigger. I will say that I don't think, that they're under the scrutiny that women are, but
I agree.
but I still think that it's an internal issue.
Oh, totally.
That men in our society, of course, are taught to, push down, like, don't be sensitive, don't talk about your feelings, and it's just nonsense.
Oh well,
Everything about it is nonsense.
Yeah, I agree with that, and that's never been my way. I'm extremely sensitive. I'm very open about my feelings, good, bad, and I'm just like, if I'm not feeling it, I'm gonna. The people in my life will know.
Right.
So I love that it's moving in that direction as well. It's just like I don't know. It's just kind of like riding the fine line of like not that. I don't know, like just wanting to talk about it more, and maybe putting it in a public forum will get more people's eyes and ears on it, and then create more options for guys as well.
Right. Now, you said you've always been bigger. So have I. And we constantly have this thing about like, why I'm here. I'm here because tired of hating myself. Like, honestly, the whole body positive movement for me and my journey has been just kind of tired of like, you know what? I've been on every diet. I've lost hundreds of pounds. Have you?
I've fluctuated over the years.
Right.
So
like up, down. But the truth of the matter is this is who you're predisposed to, kind of, right? Are you on a journey of like I'm accepting where I am? Are you on a journey of like, I'd love to drop 30 pounds? Where are you? Where are you with that?
Well, I definitely am in the spot where I want to be down from where I am.
Okay.
And just not because of any other reason. I just want to feel like great in my skin, and I'm not there yet.
Right.
And I think I've spent all this time in my life, like I'm going to be 30 in the end of September, and I've really focused on my heart and my head and being a good friend and son and artist in music. And so that, in terms of my health, I've pushed aside because I'm like, I want to be, at the end of the day, our bodies will fluctuate for the rest of our lives.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not going to, I probably won't be 80 years old and jacked. You know what I mean? Even if I started, I mean, maybe I will.
Maybe you
I'll
will.
look like King Triton. But I always kind of viewed that our bodies will change over time. I mean, guys or girls that are ripped and all tight and supple now will fade. I mean but our hearts and our minds won't.
Yeah.
And or they, I hope not. But and so we should really focus on the good person that we are, and that's always been my focus. But now I feel good. I feel that I'm a good friend. I feel that I know who I am, and now I want to feel as good as I feel that I am.
Yeah.
I feel you.
You know what I mean? If that makes sense?
Yeah.
I mean, I think we go back and forth, like, what body acceptance, you just say, well, I'm predisposed to this, so this is, how I'm going to be. And I agree and disagree with that because I think that, like you, that I could work my ass off and maybe lose, 60 pounds, which would be amazing.
You absolutely could.
And I'd still be 190 pounds. You know what I mean? I'd still be a big girl. But that doesn't mean that I can't have those goals for myself. It doesn't mean that I can do better things for my body. Right. And I think that, that when we have this idea of this is who I am and I'm accepting it, yes, but like what are we trying to do better for ourselves? Is it, internal, with our being a good friend, having a good heart? Those are things that we're constantly working on, like me taking care of my body. Like you said, you just want to feel your best. And that's, for me, that's not a number. That's like, it's a feeling.
Yeah.
100%.
People also assume too that it's like the thing of like, you don't care to be healthy. It's like, I make conscious choices every day. I wanted that shrink.
Yeah.
I did. I was like, but you know what? I should just have a nice coffee with some creamer. I'm going to be real with you. Like when you he called me up and he was like, we're going to bring you from Starbucks. And I was like, oh my God, mocha frappuccino with extra whipped cream, please. I love you. And chocolate drizzles down the side. And I wanted it. Yeah. But I'm trying, and it is almost like AA where it's like one day at a time. Like I have to just go, okay, today I'm going to wake up and make this really good, smoothie with kale in it and bananas and strawberries and protein powder, and I'm going to have that, and then I'm going to have a sensible lunch, and it really is one day at a time. And I love those people that just go, just go to the gym, and it's like, honey, like
Tell a smoker to just stop smoking.
No, it's like I wish it was that fucking simple.
Right.
Because I've been to the gym every day of my life, but I've also had to curtail my eating to a certain point because if not, it just doesn't come off.
Correct.
Do I feel better? Can I do more cardio? Can I do the stairs without being out of breath? Yeah, sure, that builds that up. But there's, it's, unless you've walked the walk, honestly, you know what I mean? And 100%. That's kind of my frustrations. And I think people think that body positivity is like a fat person's platform, and it's not. No. There's people of all shapes and sizes out there fighting for like loving where you're at. Oh, we have a caller.
Great.
We have a caller. Let's see what they're here to say. Hello, thank you for calling the Plus Size Divas. Who's calling?
Hi, this is Carly. How are you?
Hi, Carly.
Hi, Carly.
Well, I wanted to say something, and I'm sure I'm a few seconds behind because I'm watching online.
Okay.
But I wanted to say to you, my doctor told me I've always been plus size, never been a thin girl. I work out regularly, but my doctor looked at me and he said, you can do that all day. I can put you on a 1,000-calorie diet. You're never going to lose weight that way. He's like, you're going to have to take the time and figure out what works for you food-wise and life-wise.
Yeah.
And he was like, I've never had a doctor who was that up front. He's like, I was over 300 pounds for 40 years, and I did everything, every workout, every diet plan, every piece that I could, And the thing of it is he's like, I seriously did it, and I worked hard, and I still was killing my body. And he said, this is about you being comfortable in your own skin and being who you are and figuring out how that works for you, because it's not going to be the same for anybody else.
I love that. What a great doctor you have, and what a great experience at the doctor that is, because a lot of us don't unfortunately have that, you know?
Right. And I mean, I think he's right. Like, getting comfortable. Like, I was listening to you, and as I was listening to you, I went, oh my God, like, you know, I've done the 1,000 calorie, didn't go over, lost a crap load of weight. The minute I put something else on my body, I gained 5 back, and then it was a spiral. It's like, you know, you do have to find what exactly works for you and that comfort level. And I think that's, you know, definitely where I am. I mean, where are you at this point, Carly? Are you like trying to find that plan? Have you given up? Is this renewed faith for you? Like, where are you?
Well, my life fell apart. I lost my dad this last year, just a few months ago, and I was down 75 pounds. I was rocking it. I was going to the gym at 5 a.m., doing great with and I put back on 50 pounds. Yeah. And right now it's saying, no, I'm going to stop here. We're going to rewrite this. I'm a mom of 3.
Good.
And I want to ride bikes, and I want to have knees when I'm in my 50s.
Yeah.
And so it's taking that step to, am I comfortable in my skin? Yes. I just did a boudoir shoot, and
love it.
And for my husband, and he loved it.
Yes.
But I want to take care of myself, and I think that it's so huge when people are like, yeah, you don't care. No, let's be honest. I could do more push-ups than you can.
Right.
That's not true.
Yeah.
But
I hate the assumptions. Yeah. Yeah, the assumptions are fun. Well, listen, girl, we're here for you. We're so glad you're tuning in and rooting for you to get back on track.
I'm challenging you to, you know, with your husband's permission, share one of those boudoir shots.
Pictures, if you can.
And hashtag masterpiece challenge, because that's, I really love what you're saying. And I think that you're on such an amazing journey for yourself and your family. So
do you know about our masterpiece challenge?
Oh, yes, I do.
Okay, girl. Well,
challenge
listen.
is on.
This is the deal. You post one of those pictures that you're comfortable with, hashtag masterpiece challenge, tag us in it, and then you tag 2 people and challenge them to claim themselves as masterpieces. You're going to have to do this too, by the way.
Right.
And it's just a photo. It doesn't have to be nude. Mine on my birthday was naked, covering my bits and bobbles, but we challenge you to it. And you know what? Maybe it'll be like day 1 of you like, you know what? I'm getting back in the saddle, and I'm going to get myself healthy and get myself where I need to be. And I'm just glad that you have a loving, wonderful, supportive husband there. Hats off to him for loving and supporting you through your journey too, because it helps having a partner there that's like loving and supporting you and telling you're beautiful at any size. You know what I mean?
Well, no, that's that's more than half the battle. Without him, I would not be who I am today. He loved me. And I was over 300 pounds the day we got married, and he has always loved me, no matter what. And that makes it way better.
I love it. That's wonderful. Well, listen, do it as a tribute to him, but we can't wait to see your masterpiece challenge. Thank you so much. You didn't have did you have a question for Mario? Were you just calling in, you know, in general?
I was just calling in general because I was like, no, it's the truth. We, no diet plan is perfect for everybody, and it's got to be the truth there.
Yep. Thank you so much for calling in, girl.
Thank you. We appreciate you.
Bye.
Have a great day.
Bye-bye.
I love that.
But that's
what a great doctor, seriously, because it's such a. I don't think doctors take the time these days. It could be another good friend of mine has the ability to go to a specialist and really figure out what it is that's preventing her from losing weight, and it's like a hormonal imbalance. It's this, it's that. It's things that you can't tell. At a normal physical.
We got another call. Oh my God. Oh, and I missed it.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, no. Call back. I was listening to you intently, and I missed our caller. Call back 310.
Call back. Sorry.
Call back. Okay, but no, I hear you. Let me know if you see something going on the screen.
Okay, I'm gonna try to.
Okay, thank you. Oh, they're calling back. Yay! Hey, thanks for calling the Plus Size Divas. Who's calling? Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Who's this?
Hi, this is Leela.
Hi, Leela.
Hi, Leela.
Hi. First of all, hi, Mario. I was just DMing you on Instagram.
Oh, hi, Leela. That's, yes, we DM'd all day, did we not?
Is there something we should know?
Yeah, we did.
She's going to Berkeley.
I love it. Yay.
Yes.
Go Berkeley.
Yeah. I'm really excited. So I just wanted to call in because I'm a big girl, and I felt that body shaming and that negativity and all that from school and kids just being dumb and all that stuff. And I love what you guys are saying, and I love all the positivity and it's making me feel really good about myself. So I just wanted to say thank you.
I love hearing that.
That's why I have to tell you, that's why we're here, because, again, we're called the Plus Size Divas, but the show is for everybody. And we really, really just want to spread that message of, like, wherever you are in your journey, whatever weight you are, whatever size you are, whatever, ailment you might have, whatever, like, love where you're at. Like, it's okay. And kids are merciless. And especially, I was bullied all through school. I mean, I don't know if you were, Leela, but it's just like, we have to be kinder and more compassionate and more loving with ourselves first.
Absolutely.
And then with everybody else. So, good luck. Is it your first year at Berkeley?
She's going to start now.
Yeah, I'm starting as a freshman.
That's so exciting.
You go.
Good for you, by the way.
I'm going to give you
Congratulations.
one little piece of advice. You go in there, and let me tell you something, girl. You be a social butterfly. You meet everybody, because to this day, my connects that I made that 4 years at Berkeley are still calling me for gigs, still calling me for jobs, still putting me on. So the people sitting next to you at your Harmony class, Harmony 1, let me tell you, those people could go on to be major producers or people at record labels or A&R people or huge songwriters. So my piece of advice, get to know everybody. Don't look down your nose at anybody. Oh, they're not talented. Let me tell you something. That person in the piano room forever turned into J.R. Rodham for me, who's a huge producer. That person that was like quiet and like, and it's like, I went to school with some heavies. So meet everybody you can. And let me tell you something, big girl or not, if you're a singer, I don't know what your instrument is. Are you a singer?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, great. Well, let me tell you, audition for that singer showcase very first year. Go in there, show them what you got. Don't let anything or anyone hold you back. Believe in you. Do that. Get up there, grab that mic, audition, and do it. Don't let anything ever stop you. This is your chance to shine and be who you are, like a big fish in a smaller pond, because then you go out into the real world. So if I can give you any advice, it's meet everybody you can meet and connect with everybody and collaborate and do it. You know what I mean?
Leela, everything she said is so spot on. It's like, it's completely a school of what you make of it.
Yep.
And they give you the tools. They truly do. And they give you the knowledge, and you'll leave a musician if you really do the work. And that's what the great thing about it is. So I could not agree with Deanna more, that go to every audition, even for auditions that you might not think I'm going to be the right person for, because then those people will be like, you know what, you might not be right for this, but I have something else for you.
Yeah.
And there's always stuff like that. So I mean, I could not echo everything Deanna just said.
It's a place for opportunity. If they see you putting in the work, they will give you the opportunity. So
ding, ding, ding.
Take advantage of it all, girl, because it could be the best 4 years of your life. And Boston's such a fun city.
It will be the best 4 years of your life.
Yeah. Yep. And it's what you make it. So run with that.
Woo.
Thank you so much for calling in. We wish you the best of luck this upcoming year, and we're so happy to be a bit of positivity for you. Please keep tuning in.
Bye,
we
boo.
appreciate you.
Thank
Bye, boo.
you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you guys so much.
You got it.
And that's so sweet.
I love that. And I remember walking in those doors, and again, auditioning for stuff, and one thing I knew, I knew this walking in there, and it was my mindset at the time, I might not look like a model. I might, at the time, I might not be Mariah. I might not look like Mariah, but I'll sing my ass off.
Yes,
and I'm going to do it. And I went and the advice I gave her, I did. First semester, auditioned, guess what? Didn't get in the show, but got backgrounds.
Yep.
Second semester, was in the show from there on out. I mean, it just goes to show they gave the opportunity if they saw the work and they saw the talent and they saw you putting it in. This goes for life.
Oh, 100%.
This goes for
Mario,
life.
Do you have those same thoughts that Deanna has? Because she always, and I think this is something that you're getting past a little bit, but you always present yourself as your body first.
Yeah.
You don't present yourself as your talent first.
No.
And
she's right.
And
she calls me on my shit. She calls me on my shit.
You called me an alien last week.
Because you are.
We were having
Because you're a
drinks.
fucking alien.
And because I hear what you're saying, and I think in my mind, like I very rarely go into situations like that where, if anything, like I consider it like a blessing. You know what I mean? Like because it's something that makes me stand out, or it's something that makes me unique.
I want to get there.
And so I have to ask you, as you know, somebody, I don't go to auditions often or things like that. So is that, you know, how do you feel about this?
That's a great question. I think I like right when you asked, I was like, what do I think about when I go into an audition? And I almost have used it to my advantage over the years, because like, I mean, when I say that I'm a musician, everyone's like, oh, do you play like low brass, like the tuba or trombone, which I do play trombone. And but I think because I've done a lot of internal work, I was just like, I know that I'm a good guy with a good heart and a good voice. And I may not like, I don't know if it's kind of an unexpected, that's, if I've gotten any feedback from auditions, they were like, wow, I didn't expect that coming out of you, which has been great. And I've kind of held on to that as a little, I don't know, like a trick up my sleeve. And then down the line, I'll start to think about like, oh, well, that guy looked like Zac Efron. Like, maybe I'm not Zac Efron. Yeah. But I never will be. And I'm never going to be Zac Efron. I'm never going to be Zach Miko. Or right? Miko?
Yeah.
And, you know, it's just, I'm going to be me. And I need to find whatever light that is. And so I've spent that ever since I moved to L.A. after Berkeley. I've really just tried to solidify and know in my heart like what I bring to the table, and that's what I hold on to when I go to auditions.
And that's kind of, you're echoing kind of what Shoshana said, was like we all bring our own special light to a situation, the timing and all of that. But I'm going to tell you something, and I never forgot this, and this was after Berkeley actually. But I remember living in New York after Berkeley, and I went into an audition. I think it was for Smokey Joe's Cafe, and I'm not kidding. I walked in, and it was like 5'10" skinny blondes as far as the eye could see. And I was like, why the fuck am I here? And I walked up to the monitor, who was this fabulous gay man. And I looked at him and said, why the fuck am I here? And he said, bitch, let me tell you something. He was write your name down. And I was like, okay. And he was like, let me tell you something. These girls right here, they're all going for the same role. They're a dime a dozen. You're not.
See?
And hold on to that. And I don't know who the fuck that guy was, but I never forgot that. And you know, listen, when you've been mentally and spiritually beat up because of your weight, your whole life by people you love even, it's hard to undo that.
Yeah.
And I'm getting there. And a step forward is a step forward. But I'm telling you that, you know, I'm working on it.
Yeah.
I'm really,
and I
really
don't
working on
blame
that.
you. Like, I understand why that happens. I think that, you know, we're, for the most part, forced to believe that that's, you know, that what we have on the outside is really what we have to present. That's really the most substantial thing that we are presenting the world.
Right.
That is what we're taught.
Right.
So I understand.
Yeah.
But it is interesting.
Yeah.
So I just wanted another perspective from somebody who is, you know, auditioning or in front of.
Yeah. I wish I was there at
somebody
30.
who's judging.
I wasn't. I mean, I got here at like 40, so
Yeah.
I've been working on it for 5 years. You know what I'm saying?
Totally.
Like, I really have been really working on it since I was about 39.
Yeah.
So I was a late bloomer all the way around. I even think I'm the most beautiful I've ever been. And you know, I'm not in my youthful years at all. You know what I'm saying? But I honestly feel like I've come into even my beauty.
Yeah.
So it's, you know, we all have our journeys. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you can be here, because there might be somebody watching this right now or watching you going, fucking Mario did it. I'm going to do it.
Yeah, thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
Totally.
And so that's why I'm glad that you're out with your sexuality. You own who you are. I get what you like, being comfortable in your skin. You get on stage, you have all eyes on you.
Yeah.
You know, you feel that roll over the tummy pants, and you're like
top.
the little
What is
muffin
that
top.
feeling like, though? Like, you know, I think if being in the skin that you're in and like feeling your confidence and your acceptance, like, what is that like, being in front of everybody? I know what it's like for me, but you know, I think it's different for everybody.
I think I totally do. I think it leads back to what we were talking about. I want to find the right clothes where I feel comfortable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I want to move because I don't know. I mean, I think about only in like moments when you like lift up your arm and then you feel your shirt kind of like, oh, like maybe then I would feel like I have to hide my body. But until then, I'm like, I guess I feel like I lead with my heart, as cheesy as that sounds.
Yeah.
Like everything that I've done in terms of the music I've put out as a solo artist and everything that I want to do and spread a message both musically and as a human is that we are exactly that. We're human.
Right.
And it like before we are gay or straight or black or white or whatever are things that differ us, we are all people. Yeah. And it's just my mom. I quoted my mom the wrong way for years and years. I said we all poop the same, which my mom was like, "That's not the thing that I fucking taught you." And I was like, "Isn't that what you said?" And she goes, "No, I said we all put on our pants the same.
Yeah.
You know, it's like one leg at a time."
First of all, how do you...
I don't know.
How did you get we all poop the
That's
same?
a big thing to
but I mean,
mix up.
we all poop.
We all poop.
I know, you know.
I mean, you might be Beyonce, but guess what? Bitch, you poop. We all shit the same. I mean, come on.
Exactly.
No, I feel you. I guess for me too, and hear me out on this.
Yeah.
I've been trying to adopt, I just tried and failed. I don't want to say failed. I just tried and it didn't work for me, the keto diet. And it's just like, I'm just at the point now where I'm like, if I put something in my body, I want it to be healthy for my body.
It's the D word that's poisonous.
Yeah, the diet word.
Yeah.
And it's like I'm at the point now where I'm going to look at something and go, is this good for my body?
Yeah.
And if it isn't, I'm going to go no. And then there might be a time where I go, is this good for my body? No. But guess what? I'm human and I want fucking apple pie today.
Yeah.
And and I'm just going to try my best.
Totally.
But don't at all think, if you're out there watching or not watching, and maybe you tune in, or maybe you're like, no, I'll watch it this week just to see what these bitches are saying. Who knows? Please, for 1 second, don't think that body positivity is a curtain of, bigger people having an excuse. I strive for health every frickin' day.
Yeah.
And it goes so far beyond that. I am really striving for self-love, and what I've been experiencing overall is in that just a greater compassion and non-judgment on other people.
Yeah, totally.
Do you know what I mean?
100%.
That is really, really the big thing that's been happening in my own thing, is like really just being like, oh my God, I'm going to stop being so fucking critical.
Yeah.
Because I found that it was just a reflection of me.
100%.
And so when you get to that point of just like, I love me, and I'm just going to love you, and I'm going to love you, and wherever you're at, I love you. I want you to be healthy. I want you to be healthy. I want to be healthy. Like I think she was saying, Carly? Mm-hmm. Carly.
Yeah.
She has this great guy in her life. She wants to fucking be on rocking chairs with him. She's 95. That's what I heard.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
100%.
Right? She wants to be picking up her grandkids. I
want to switch a little bit because I want to go back to the quote, being Ken is just as hard as being Barbie.
Ooh.
And because you're our male voice, I want to do all men justice as much as we can.
Yes.
Okay, let's do it.
So it's like I want to step away a little bit from plus size because I think we get a little too caught up sometimes with plus size on the show. And oh my gosh, we have another caller. Good
okay,
Lord
stop
have
calling.
mercy.
We're too popular. I'm kidding. Okay, we're going to take this and then don't lose that thought.
I won't.
Don't lose that thought. Thank you for calling the Plus Size Divas. Who is calling?
My name is Judy.
Hi, Judy.
Hi, Judy.
Hi, Mario. I was calling because I was interested in what Mario had to say. He said he had an important announcement, and I was wondering what that was.
Do you want to drop that bomb right now?
I would love to. This is my best friend's grandma.
Oh my God, Judy, we love you.
You're keeping us on track though. So
yeah, I like
you.
it, Judy. Thank you. Okay, Mario, do you want to drop the big news?
I would love to. So, Judy, as you know, wait, what?
Oh, Judy, can you turn down your
I'm
radio?
Hang up now. I'll just listen to you
Oh,
on
she's gonna
my
listen.
phone.
Okay,
We love you, Judy.
Thank you, Judy.
Thank you. Love you.
Love you. Bye.
She was adorable.
Is the best.
Okay, go.
Hit me.
So, for the last couple of years, I actually Shoshana Bean. Shout out to Shoshana Bean.
We love her.
Got me into the realm with what that is, postmodern jukebox.
Oh, I love them.
Yes, which is a YouTube channel, and we take pop songs and we make them into like jazz standard-y kind of vibes. And I think I did backgrounds for her at the beginning of 2016.
Who's Shoshana?
Yeah,
Okay.
on the Sorry video. And that was me and another singer, Luke Edgman. He's incredible.
I've worked with Luke.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
so I'm
amazing.
sure we have like all of the mutual
yeah.
friends. And so I started doing backgrounds for them, and then I did a couple videos where I sang lead. And then actually that was in 2015 I did the video.
Yikes.
Crazy.
3 years.
Yeah. And beginning of 2017 I started touring with them, and did the U.S. last year for 2 tours, and in the beginning of this year I was on the road with them for 2 months in all over the UK and Europe.
I love it.
And they just asked me to join their tour for Asia, Australia, and New Zealand.
Get it.
So in September, I will be heading to Malaysia, Singapore, and the Philippines.
Awesome.
Thank God we got you on the show now.
I know.
Hello.
and I'm so excited because I'm half Filipino, half Italian.
Oh.
And I'm going to both the Philippines and Italy this year. So I'm
That's so exciting.
over the moon.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That is so friggin' fun. Do you know my friend Casey Abrams?
Yes.
I co-wrote Let's Make Out, his single.
Oh my gosh. So we
Love him.
did my very first tour with PMJ. Casey was on it.
Yeah, you go. He's
love it.
brilliant. He's brilliant. Okay, shout out to Casey. Shout out to Postmodern.
Yes.
Scott
Yes, Scott Bradley.
Are you Italy, and will we see you here with them?
Asia, Australia, New Zealand.
Big news, you
Yes.
guys. Get your tickets if you're in those places.
That's awesome. And
Hello.
Thank you for choosing us
Yes.
to share your
Oh
big
my God, of
news
course.
with.
I'm going to post all of the dates tomorrow on my Instagram, so you'll see if you are over there, please come out. The shows are so fun.
You are that is freaking
I
awesome.
can't wait.
Yay.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Yay. Awesome.
Yay, exciting.
Go back to your question for him now.
Oh, I am. Yeah,
Yes.
I'm going to
Go
go
back.
back. So I think that your voice and other men who have a platform can just share like overcoming I'm sure you've had to overcome some difficulties with body image in general, not anybody who differs from like the Ken and Barbie. I say like
Totally.
I have a 10-year-old nephew, 10, and he's like, I need to start lifting weights. He's very thin. He thinks he's too small.
Crazy.
He's gotten bullied before, and he's already like very aware that he needs to be aware of his body. And to me, it's like it's heartbreaking. And we have conversations all the time about like bigger people. Because he lives with me, and like we talk about belly rolls, and we talk about fat, and he likes to jiggle my cellulite. Like it's entertaining for him, which I love. You know what I mean? But it's like he understands it on that scale, but is like it's hard for him to connect it to his own body. And I'm like, we have to be able to have those conversations. I just don't think that it's a size. It's limited to bigger people.
Oh, well, I was gonna pop that in earlier because I think a lot of people, there is such a fine line of being body positive and giving yourself an excuse. And I think what you guys do great on the show is that, like exactly what you said. I want you to be healthy. I want all of us to be healthy. I want to be able to, walk my daughter down the aisle when I mean, like that kind of thing.
Yep.
That's a huge want and desire in my life. And so that's exactly let's bring it back to the very beginning when you asked where am I on my journey. I'm not quite loving where I am, and because I'm not feeling like I can physically do everything that I want to do.
Yes.
And so that is like I want to be a little bit healthier than I have been. Probably shouldn't have this big frappuccino, but I said, well, we're gonna have a big fun show today. So
and we're not gonna beat ourselves up over it.
No.
So, and then to bring it back, I think my hardest struggle of weight was I like 3rd, 4th, 5th grade, I started getting chubbier, and then middle school was like the worst time of my life.
Right.
And I feel like middle school is just garbage for everybody.
Oh, yeah.
But it's just like that. I don't even know what I am. I'm a human.
Right.
Like it's just a weird. You're like a little alien
Right.
in middle school. And then something kind of snapped for me in high school where I was like, I don't want that to be a focus. And I think that's where it started as like, I'm going to be me. I'm going to be the person that's in choir and band and student government and improv. And like, I threw myself into my activities. And I was like, this is my focus. This is where I want to pour my heart and soul into. And I always sang. My mom sings, my dad plays trombone, so I did that with both of them growing up.
Oh, I love it.
And so I was like, not that I completely disregarded or like I forgot that I was a big kid, but it was nowhere near the top of my list of priorities. And so I, in high school, it actually, it wasn't too bad. Like it was just, of course there were punk ass kids that still said shit, but at the same time, now they're like staying in our hometown, not doing anything with their lives, and that's okay. But that's probably because you talk a whole bunch of shit. So see you later.
Generally, the haters never stop being haters. FYI.
And it just, I am such a believer of what you put out into the universe is what you're going to get back.
Heck yeah.
And so I just try to put out as much love and light as I can. And so when I got to college, then it was a different shift. I'm like, okay, like I feel like I'm getting to really know who I am and all these different, in every aspect. And now I want to start figuring out like what my next priority should be. And then when I moved to LA, it was just it's a whole nother ball of wax to deal with, because if there's any place that is so centered around how you look, we are in the mecca of it.
Hey, yeah, what
was it that told you though, to like just pursue your dreams regardless? I feel like people let them get held back so much by what this idea of them should be.
Yeah. Well, I think it was just that I truly do believe that I have a voice to be heard, and what I want to say and what I want to spread, and that's it took me a long time to find a balance of like not feeling cocky when I said that, but still feeling confident that I know what I want. I know what I have to give.
And, and sounding cocky is not a bad thing.
Well, I'm hypersensitive to that, and so I like the moment I feel like I sound cocky, I'm like, oh, but
confidence can get misconstrued as cocky.
100%.
Somebody else's problem.
Yeah, kind of.
And I'm kind of finding that, and it's just like that's what I hold on to still. But now that I'm going to be 30. And I would love to be in a relationship right now. You know what I mean?
Single.
So
on the market. Get him now before he's in lights everywhere. on tour with Postmodern Jukebox.
All the things.
All the honeys are trying to get in the back. In the back room there.
Seriously, I just like in that, and so that's why I'm like, I want to feel. Let's call a spade a spade. When I get naked in front of somebody, I want to feel like I'm sexy, and right now I don't feel that. Okay. And so that's a part of my journey that like I want to get a little bit healthier, and I want to feel great.
Good.
And so in terms of, I love that quote that you said. Like, it's just as hard to be Ken as it is to be Barbie, because especially being a gay guy in LA.
Oh my gosh, I really can't imagine.
Everyone, if you go down to West Hollywood, and they are jacked. They're jacked and they're tan and they're, that's.
They're jacked and they're tan.
Yeah.
And that's what they look like. And so, and I've been on a handful of dates since I moved here in 2011. And some have been great, some have been really, really weird.
Yeah.
But I think now it's just like I want to get to a point where like I feel great about my skin, and then I won't care about all that other shit.
Yes.
Like it's just so right now I'm on that kind of like bettering myself journey. And I totally get the Ken and Barbie thing, which is it's just.
Listen, we say this to all of our guests because, of course, the time has flown. I want to play a bit of your single before you leave. Can you? We're gonna have you back. You got to have you back before you go out with Postmodern. Do us a favor, please tell everybody again where they can follow you on social media, where they can find you.
It's at it's Mario Jose. MarioJoseMusic.com has everything that you'll need to find. And I just want to say thank you guys so much for having me.
You guys, his single is called You Were the One. We're going to play a bit of it, but real quick, thank you again to our sponsor, Marie Antoinette Nails. Hit her up. Next week, we have another man. We get to continue this conversation with social media body positive influencer Troy Solomon. We're excited to have him. Thank you. We'll be here Tuesday at 7. Here's You Were the One by Mario Jose. You guys follow him and support his music. Love you guys. We get to dance now.
Yes. Okay. It's fun and dancey. I broke my own heart 1,000 times. I've learned every way to say goodbye. Oh, why do I even try? I know you've heard this before, but now I realize through every heartache it was you by my side. Maybe I'm buzzed or I'm out of my mind, that all this time you were the one. How could I have been so blind? You were the one.
You're listening to Plus Size Divas with Deanna and Carmen, only on LA Talk Radio.